Up in this thing, Joseph Ward, Patrick Irvin, Professor Carl, Tone Jones. This is Breakdown Friday. We going raw. We starting off straight raw. My dog got his chicken. Pat, where your apple at? Where your apple at, Pat? Don't be hiding. Yeah. I ain't got no food in here, but I got a pen.
That ain't really ghetto, but I do got a Whopper from Burger King. Yeah.
My dog got a whole Whopper.
I just finished chefing. That's why I'm ready to cook. Let's go.
Hey man, if you
I got watermelon flavored water. I did this thing.
Oh, you going? Where you got that water from?
Walmart, the place where we posted was boycotting.
You ain't serious about your life. If you got watermelon flavored water from Walmart, you not serious about your life. I'm gonna tell you like that. You must have. What time did you go to Walmart?
Man,
you must have been in Walmart like 3 a.m.
That's a crazy. All right, back to the light skinned dude eating the chicken.
That's right.
They been up.
I've been chefing. I've been in the kitchen. I've been mixing up the pots.
You cooked that chicken?
I sure did. Still got the uniform on. That's why I'm wearing the apron tonight. I'm chefing. We gonna cook tonight.
Hey man,
we ain't cooking. We gonna continue to cook tonight.
You want the mashed potatoes
or today or whenever they see it. We're gonna see it.
Hey man. Hey, I love it though. I wish I had me some. I ain't got nothing. I should have got me my bag of pecans. I could point my pecans at y'all asses. Being healthy.
This ain't even halfway done. See, you gotta get to the bone. Then there can't be nothing left, but not even the gristle. I don't think. I think we're gonna
get fried. You Negro fried that chicken.
I sure did.
You
I went to the Colonel, beat his ass, and got the recipe back.
So you must have spent some time in the South where you fried that young man. That look like my auntie chicken.
Love my chicken from Popeyes.
Oh Lord.
I made this.
Yeah,
I chef for real. That's why I'm always on here cooking.
Hey Pat, every time you take a sip, just know that's another minute off your life.
Well, that's good. I won't die early anyways, because I'm a black person in America and we ain't. I'm sorry.
Oh, off his life if he got grape flavor. See,
you know what? I got white grape flavor.
There you go.
Oh, why I got to be white?
Right, because white is better.
Melanin.
What you mean? What?
Who drinks black grape flavor? Black grapes?
Colored grapes.
Nah, I don't do colored grapes. Yeah, white is a color. White is all the colors.
Not according to that lecture I put out on Tuesday. Last Tuesday, it said white is the opposite of color.
It's clear.
Is it? Yeah.
I'm just telling you what they said in the lecture, bro. I'm not trying to act like I'm a color scientist or nothing like that. But
I ain't gonna hold y'all. I put my foot in this. You see, this bone is steadily growing. However y'all say. Pause.
Pause.
More of the bone and less of the meat. You know what? You better like this shit too. You better like.
Hey, please hit that like button. We're having a little fun. We're having a lot of fun. Hey, my dog say his bone is steady growing. Pause.
Oh, that's a heavy pause.
Come on, son. You got the pause, son. You got the pause.
That's a big pause. Yo. Hey, yo.
We ain't Mason Cam. Come on now.
Hey, I think we. I think
we don't need to kick nobody off the show this week, do we?
Hey, Adrien. Hey, speaking of that, Adrien Broner is a weirdo.
He out of pocket.
What do he do?
You ain't see what happened with Adrien Broner? He got kicked off. It is what it is. So, the young girl, Stat Baby. That's on the show.
Her name is Stat Baby.
Stat Baby. That's her name. I didn't give her a name. That's what they call it, Stat Baby. Take it up with Cam and Mace. Okay. So Adrien Broner was the guest, and Adrien Broner basically was like, "Damn, Stat, you fine. You way finer in person than you is on the camera. I ain't know you this fine." He was like, "Stat," like that. And so a lot of people speculate that Buddy was drunk, but they like Cam them film they show at like 4 a.m. So they insinuating that he was drunk 4 in the morning, and basically he was flirting too much with doing too much with Stat, and her boyfriend was in there. Then they brought another girl on that was giving football analysis named Arabia, and basically Buddy was like, if your name Arabia, then I'm Saudi.
See, yeah, it was real cringe, man.
Yeah, and he kept doing stuff like that, and so Cam was like, Cam reached into his bag, put out a whole bunch of money, was like, all right, bro, I'm gonna pay you for your time, but you got to go.
Yeah, Cam reached into the bag.
Yeah.
Buddy
Wildin', you know.
So I got a few questions. First, why do they call her Stat Baby?
I don't, bro. You asking the wrong ones, bro. You ask me, and PC don't know. PC might know.
She's sort of like the host of the show with Cam and Mace doing their thing, but she's normally the one with all the information. Like she does all the stats and stuff. They sometimes bring her father on the show too. I know I'm smacking, so what? Good, damn it. So they sometimes bring her father on the call and call him Stat Daddy, which I don't know about all that.
hey, the king of pauses. 2 kings of pauses. Call him Stat Daddy. All right, bro.
All right. So next question: why was Adrien Broner on the show?
It's a sports show.
Yeah, it is what it is. A sports show.
Probably, you just had to fight. You just come out the fight. So
they found Adrien Broner.
Yeah, Tom.
Yeah, it's Adrien Broner, dog. What you mean, dog? Don't talk about Adrien like that, bro.
Yeah, Tom.
Where he from?
Oh, he ain't from Philly. That's for damn sure. You think he might?
I was gonna put him on, y'all. I
saw it coming. I saw it coming.
You full of pauses tonight, son. Full of pauses. Now,
yeah, I'm glad I'm out the loop. I don't know. All right, cool. Stat Baby, Stat Daddy, and Adrien Broner. All right, I'm good.
Yeah. Hey man, but in the meantime, while we talking about crazy culture, yeah, we just playing.
Hey, no, let's talk about Only If You Knew. Looking.
That might make me a Glorilla fan just for that one.
Nah, I'm straight. Yeah, Pat, a new Glorilla fan. So he gonna be at a concert with a Slim Thug.
A bug on the ground about the church,
bro.
He gonna buy Slim Thug new album too.
No, we're not.
Thug got a new album.
I don't know.
No, he got a mixtape or something. I don't know. All he does is get on Twitter anymore. So,
he actually finna go look for it. We don't know, man.
Mm-hmm.
No Slim Thug
album, man. So in the words of the great philosopher Jaden Smith, what do you guys think about the geopolitical environment right now?
I think it's wild turkey. Yes.
I don't really care.
It's screwed.
Looking at nigga.
You can't say it, Joe.
It's the battle for white supremacy.
Oh, you got another piece.
Is it?
We just happen to have.
Well, I mean,
how many pieces of chicken you got?
I know, right?
You just keep pulling them up.
I'm telling y'all, man. I was chefing in the kitchen.
You got any watermelon?
No, I actually do have watermelon. Now you think about it.
Yeah, and some red Kool-Aid.
And some white gloves.
And a white woman.
And Omar walked by.
I knew that's where it was going. I knew that's where it was going. No on all three.
Hey.
Yo,
he just checking.
All right.
Yeah. Nah, man, but straight up though, we calling y'all out. We're calling a lot of y'all out. See, we started a little fun. We can have a little fun, but we calling a lot of y'all out because what we found out is there's a lot of people that's up on this YouTube app, a lot of YouTubians that just be talking. And then y'all come on over to this On the Shows of Giants channel with just that talking. And that's not what we need. Shout out to the ones who actually be tuning in and supporting and really down for the information. Shout out to y'all. Y'all know who you are because we interact in the lives and we interact and we see y'all comments and stuff. We know who you are. But for the rest of y'all, stop talking about you want change. Stop talking about you want something different in the community. Stop complaining. Stop doing all that stuff that you're doing, all that booty chat, all the lip jacking, because the statistics show that y'all don't want it. The complaining is enough for a lot of y'all, and we ain't got no time for that over here on Shows with Giants. Take that to somebody else's channel. If you're serious about making the community better, be serious about it. When we give you what you ask for, show up for it. And what we're talking about specifically is looking at views on videos where we talked about Umar, or we talked about Charlie Kirk, or we talked about Frank Zanu, or we talked about things like that, or even live videos where we talked about Charlie Kirk and other things that happened around the country, right? But then specifically when I went live giving my thoughts on Umar specifically, there was a lot of people in the comments who did shout out Black homeschools, but there's a lot of people saying we need to let's talk about Black homeschools that actually exist. And so one of the things we did, and thanks to PC, is we went out and found some people who have homeschools that's already doing stuff for students, for Black kids, and we brought them on the show. We brought them on the channel. And then we looked at the numbers in the shows where, you know, we talk about Umar, talking about other things. Those numbers are higher than the shows where we have people who are actually doing things in the community. And that mirrors what actually really happens in the community, because the people who are actually doing stuff don't get the support. So what the hell is up with that? Joseph Ward, Patrick Irvin, Professor Carl Tone Jones. We here trying to see what is up. And, you know, hit that like button too, comment, subscribe, share. If the shoe don't fit, don't wear it. But if it fit, hey, step your game up.
Oh, you're about to get a whole plebiscite in the comment section. You're about to get a whole filibuster.
Hey, man.
Somebody's going to write 16 pages.
And before all y'all talk about what we do in the community, hey, come to Tallahassee, Florida. Come to Charlotte. Come to Philly. Don't ask us what we do. Come to the city and ask around. I guarantee you. I don't have to tell you nothing. You can come to my city and you can ask around. My reputation is there for what I actually do in my city. So before anybody tries to say, y'all don't do nothing in real life, come to the city and ask. Don't ask us. Come to the city and ask the people in the city and see what you learn.
Well, you know, in all serious, right? You know, because we were just doing the buffoon shit, because we know y'all really, for the most part, see this as entertainment. And whether it's edutainment or not, the one thing is a real sense of the community wanting to be a part of the change. And shout out to Pat too for bringing Miss Kristen on at the school that he actually teaches at, and helps out with a lot of the logistics, you know, footprints. He actually is part of that, was part of the building, one of the building blocks of that. So we actually saw Pat's work on the screen.
Right.
Of us that tuned in, because last I checked, that particular show had less than 400 views.
It's over 600 now, I believe.
600
well, no, it's 520 right now.
There you go. So on the channel that has over 70,000 people, when we talk about sensationalized things, like you're talking about the situations that y'all want to talk about, like the school situation with Dr. Umar, with the situation with Charlie
African stuff.
Right. Well, the bottom line is y'all like the sensationalization.
There you go. Being crunk somewhere smiling.
That's right.
I got him.
He gets me every time. But y'all like the sensationalized jargon that comes across. But when it comes to like you just watch it. You know, if you really want to be a part of seeing the solutions, see, this is the ones where I come for the people that say, what's the solution? We showed y'all two examples of the solution. We showed y'all Ziax and the Ziax Institute and what they're doing to bring our children up on STEM, like real STEM. These children are working on artificial intelligence, things that are going to take over the entire economy in regards to the jobs that are
the future skills.
Yeah, right. And within the next 5 years, we got babies in the pipeline that actually are doing the work. The most critical thinking school that I can think of where critical thinking is encouraged is Footprints in Charlotte, where children are not just given the answers. They're put in a position where they have to actually flesh out not just solutions, but they have to flesh out the pros and cons of any of those particular topics of issues of social importance, community importance, whether it's governmental, whether it's even understanding how movements work. You have 3 brothers, and we keep tooting our own horns if we want to. Like, forget all that other. You ain't got to come to the city. Just look our names up and see what they're attached to. Just look our names. Y'all use Google and AI for everything else. Just look our names up. And we're not saying that to say like this is, we're not doing it to beat our chest or to peacock. Really, the only reason we tell y'all what we do is one, just to counter the narrative that we're just a bunch of talking heads up here. But the second part is to show that there's nothing superhuman about us except for our desire and our drive to see the community win. That's it.
Yeah.
Our love for the people speaks through our actions. And people typically respond based on their level of participation. So when they say all y'all do is talk, that's because all you do is talk. When they say all y'all is on social media, that's because the only interaction you have is on social media. We're out here in the world for real. And then we're in places where we positioned ourselves to be in places where we have optimal influence and impact.
Hey, man, look, I'm loving where I am right now, man. I put myself in a position where I can directly impact the lives of young Black fathers. I'm loving that. I get to do that for a living. I get to directly impact, like positively impact the lives of Black fathers. I get to do that. I get paid to do that. And then on my own time, especially with my Saturday school, and for contractual things, I got to start calling it the program. But my Saturday school, like, I'm not charging nobody. I get up 2 Saturdays out the month and we do our thing. We have fun. And shout out to Sam Dixie, Stacy Trey with Stacy Dixie. They are parents. We talking about parents whose kids are in there and they're consistent there with us, helping out, making sure the things go on. I don't get a lot of help in that. It's a lot of, and the thing in that is, for my city, one of the reasons why I did that is, for a while, especially what's happening with Ron DeSantis taking Black history out of the school, for a while, I heard a lot of parents complaining about their kids not being able to have an opportunity to learn Black history. So I created a medium for it. And, the videos on here, the numbers on the videos, what I'm experiencing now with the Black History School, it just mirrors things that we experienced in the past. Because, stuff that me and Pat did here in the past. We would start out with a room full of people, like 20 people in the room saying we want to do things. Then next thing you know, I'm one of the last 2, if not the last one, still on the ground, beating the pavement, doing the thing. So we get it. Like we knew what we expected this outcome. But the sad thing is the outcome actually happened because we keep asking for solutions. We keep asking for something different. We keep asking for something better. We keep asking for somebody who's doing something to help the kids. And then when they get presented, Those are the people who get overlooked the most. Get overlooked for the sensationalization, right? Get overlooked for the people who make you laugh for the funny stuff. Like, come on, I mean, we make our Umar jokes, but let's just be real. People tuned in for the Umar show to hear us bash on Umar because he's funny now. And then in the comments saying we need something different. We gave that to you. We did. We gave you examples of something different. You see one every week. Like you see one every week on here with Pat. That's literally every week you see one. I don't even really like talking. I know I need to talk about my school more, but I don't even really like to make it about me and talk about me. But just thinking that you got 2 people on this show weekly who are actively working with young kids in the community. You can start there. Shout out to the people who do support. Shout out to me, Kim, and everybody who support like they do on the regular. Shout out to them because those are the ones who actually help me get my supplies and stuff for my kids. That we do the things we do and we be having fun. Right? But we gotta do better. Pat, go. I know you. My bad. I had to get that off my chest though.
No, I mean y'all are cooking. I don't, because for me, like I know, like I can sit here and tell them everything that I do, but it don't matter. Because even this video is edutainment. It's entertainment. If we really wanted to get views, we wouldn't have even entered this part of the discussion. We just kept being silly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We just every day we get on for an hour and talk bullshit about bullshit, right? And then get off because that's what blows up. Joe, your channel your channel has over 1,000 videos. Some of the most successful videos on the channel are us responding to hot topics.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the solution oriented, and that's just internet it's centric. You know, the stuff that blows up is the sensational entertainment type topics. And then everybody that likes to talk about like, oh man, we need to be more this, we need to be more that. We can't do that because the other thing is those people that are consuming the BS, they're willing to put resources behind the BS.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just on every level. I think it's time that we had this conversation about being real. It used to bother me when I would read the comments from people talking about we need to focus more on solutions. Because I remember making those comments like 10, 15, 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like I was that person making those comments. And then I came to a realization that I think I hope some of them will eventually come to. Stop commenting. Like go do something.
Be a solution.
Go do something. If you got time to sit up there and make a comment like that, then you got time to be doing something constructive. And this ain't even about trying to create viewers and all of that other stuff, because we really do want to see people out here moving and shaking. But I do think it's important to let y'all know that we know, like we see you. All right. So you want the BS. That's what you want. Don't get mad when the BS start happening and y'all start saying, I remember when they used to do this. I remember when the channel used to be that. I remember when X, Y, and Z. The only thing I want is for you to, while you reminiscing about what used to be and how you used to like all that, while you continue to watch all of the new content more than you ever watched the old content, I want you to also remember what we're doing behind the scenes with that money. And remember this conversation and how frustrating it is for us to understand that we got to go back into the Jim Crow South in order to get resources out of our own people.
One of the things that's really saddening is the foundation of this channel is the historical videos, my historical profiles. And those are the videos that get the least amount of views. You know, when I'm giving my stories, I'm talking about revolts, I'm talking about things that happen throughout Black history. And so, of course, I'm gonna find a different way to present those because I'm not just gonna stop that altogether. But I am gonna kind of suspend that. But I'm very disappointed that a channel that was built on displaying Black history, like when I'm actually showing the Black history, it doesn't get the views. But it just goes in the line and everything else. Like, once again, we understand the entertainment aspect of it. And we give that, but at the same time, you can't be the people in the comments asking for solutions, and then when you get some, you're not there. And I understand YouTube be shadow banning and all that stuff, but we're talking about this stuff way before the shadow banning and stuff, way before YouTube. Because YouTube, if y'all don't know, I think YouTube tripping because of Charlie Kirk video, but you know.
Well, it's not even that, because if you're a subscriber, you get the notifications.
Because some people say they're not getting notifications. YouTube be tripping in that sometimes notifications don't come through.
But even in that, like, we're not even gonna get y'all that because Joe drops on a regular basis every week.
1 o'clock every day.
Y'all know when the drops are coming. So I don't like they hide in your they can't hide your video if you go to the channel and look at the video. Like, come, all right.
Yeah, and so one of the things that is perturbing, because it's not like you're just saying we want views for viewers' sake. What we're saying is you really show us the truth about what you're interested in, and we can actually put a number to it based on what attracts the eyes and what don't. And I think that it's frustrating from a standpoint of the work and the integrity in our time. We all value our time. And we come to these platforms. You got people talking about they're taking our education from us.
Mm-hmm.
Joe has a full catalog of historical videos on this channel, a whole catalog that you can show to your children. When I did my Saturday school about 15 years ago, I used Joe's videos. Those same ones that built the channel, On the Shoulders of Giants. I used those same videos between Joe and my sister Cara Poole, who had the Great Griot channel. She still has it, but she hasn't been able to upload because it's just a lot of work. You get the introduction that makes it easy, bite-sized chunks to teach the children that you can expand upon.
Yep.
All that's right here. And
it's free.
It's free and convenient. You can watch it in your living room the same way you watch Netflix. So what I'm trying to figure out is, well, I mean, we already kind of know the answer. But the question I'm asking you, and I'm talking about every single person watching, what is your commitment to being solution-oriented agents of change to improve the conditions of Black? I'm tired of seeing y'all in the comments talking about I'm an FBA and this, that, and the other. Or I'm this. I'm Pan-African. I'm a Moor. I'm tired of seeing that. I'm tired of seeing it. And I try not to say much because it's not my channel. So I don't want to do things that's going to affect the outcomes for Joe. But I'm tired of seeing all that posturing. I'm tired of it. It's fake. It's phony. It's bull. And I'm tired of seeing it. You know,
just be talking.
I mean, I done stood in front. Y'all talk about F the police. I literally stood in between the drawing guns of the police and the people they were drawing the guns on. You know, you talk about putting solutions together. We put a whole film together. I can show it right now for free on YouTube. I can show it right now for free. I can give it to Joe to show y'all because I don't care about the money part. I mean, damn, $15 is way too much for some of y'all to buy your own solutions and salvation. I get that part. But I can give it to Joe. Joe, put it on your channel. Matter of fact, Joe, put the Independence Day. You upload it, put it on your channel. Independence Day Project. Let's see how many views that gets, because that is a whole film about us fixing our problems. We don't even really talk about the white man in that video because we have access to the resources that can be our own solution. Shout out to Mikem. Mikem is a real one. You know what she did? She helped me bless 2 people this past week. She helped me bless 2 people that was in bad shape. And I told them, listen, I got to thank this sister for looking out, because what she did was she made it easy for me to bless other people. And that's what we do. We're not stuffing our pockets.
Well, speaking of making it easy for others to bless others, that's one of the main reasons for having guests on the channel, like having live and the guests and doing the interviews, is for one, I've been brought up to help others, use your platform for others. Like I have a larger platform than most people that I know that's on social media. So I use my platform to make sure I help them get the word out. And I never, on this channel, I do my best to not have people on who just talking. I do my best to have people on who actually got something tangible. And that matters, because those people, once again, those people need the support. Those are the ones that we're supposed to be supporting. Those are the ones that we're supposed to be uplifting. Forget the big name people. Forget all that stuff. That shows the backwardness of our community, because we're only focusing on the headline stories and all those things there. And so the average regular person in your community who is making things happen, who's helping kids go to college, who's helping kids get out of bad situations, or helping kids actually have a future. Those are the ones. Forget being popular. Forget it's not about popularity, it's about results. What fruit does the tree bear? If you can look at the tree and see the tree has beautiful fruit, or the tree has fruit at all, support. Forget the tree that don't have no fruit, but it's loud. Forget that. Because everybody in the world is seeing what's happening. They see how we treat each other. They see that. They see what we show up for. They see what we don't show up for. I mean, look at BET. Look at all the other things. They don't even try to give Black people educational shows anymore, because they know Black people don't give a damn. They don't give a damn about learning nothing no more, just about entertainment.
Well, to that point, you had I've known Q for over a decade. Q Butter, out of Brooklyn, New York, East New York. One of the things, and I've seen his evolution, because we would talk about the different ways we can help the people. And I watched him turn his studio into a community center. I watched him create a classroom. I watched him practice what he's preaching in terms of science. I mean, I've heard those conversations on the sidewalk. We dodging rats in Brooklyn, literally on the sidewalk. 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And then to see what he has. And he's not charging anybody anything. But his program, Ziax, the Institute, Ziax, is open. He has children, he has students from all over the country in that program. It can be virtual. You have virtual access to the program. We're out of excuses for why we're not doing for self. And don't tell me you don't have time when reality TV gets all the viewership, when all the different things get all your access. Miss Kristen doesn't ask for scholarships. She doesn't ask for sponsorship. And I'm tired of using the word help us. We're not doing no. Support, no. Invest in Black people who are doing the things you keep saying they need to do out here. Invest. I don't need a dime from y'all. I'm just gonna keep it 100. If it was about me depending on black people to maintain a living, to be able to pay my bills, I'd have been on the street starving and then living in a box somewhere or in a tent city somewhere across the world and across the country, because we know that's how y'all see us, how you see each other, how you see us. A brother said to me, considering the Charlie Kirk thing, a brother said that black people need to start figuring out how to come together because of all the militia talk, the threats, they shut down the HBCUs and so forth. And I said, brother, you might as well stop right there. And then he reminded me of something I told him years ago. Because I used to do the prepping classes and all that other stuff, trying to teach black people how to prepare for a natural disaster. He said, I told him, I said, the biggest threat to black people in a crisis is other black people. Because all they have to do is shut down the major highways, stop bringing food to your supermarkets, and shut off your utilities. And they can do all of that with a push of a button nowadays. You will see the cannibalization of the community.
It'll be ugly.
We don't see each other as brothers, sisters, family, kindred spirits. We see each other as potential vicks.
Michael.
And I even described the situation at my job where I work in a place where the hierarchy is 90% black. And at the end of the day, that hierarchy tried to sabotage me, even though they acknowledge everything I do there is I operate in good faith. So if you have black people at an institution of higher learning, where typically speaking, we are outnumbered, and we don't know how to get our act together in situations like that, when we cannibalize on each other for pure entertainment and we think it's cute, what makes you think that we know how that we'll deal with each other when things get tight in the crisis with any level of humanity, when we don't show it now and we have all the opportunity now to be humane with one another and support our own push and all this talk we talk about nation building. No, that's what nation building is. I'm sorry, Joe. We've been holding all this. This has been bottled in for a long time.
Ain't no nation building. Ain't no nation building happening no time soon. I mean, I did the live Tuesday night about Demartravian Trey Reed, who was, hung from the tree in the middle of Delta State University. Mm-hmm. And that is one of the things we talked about is, protecting ourselves and being smart. Because somebody in the comments like, well, what can we do? Well, I mean, we could start by like acting like we civilized people and like we at least pretend like we like each other and come together. Like, it's more strength in numbers. Like, you could better protect yourself together than alone. If you keep on alone with stuff, we keep with the rugged individualism. I mean, we've been talked about that years ago. As you easy to be picked off with the rugged individualism. Like, individual power is only as strong as group power. The group don't have no power, so the individual therefore is powerless. I'm just saying. So you're on mute.
I was still trying to gather my thoughts anyway, so I ain't say much. But because it's a difficult spot, because on the one hand, we know what we want to do, right? I know what I want to do. I know what PC wants to do. I know what Joe wants to do. And I know the direction. Because at one point in time, all three of us have had YouTube channels, right? Mm-hmm. And they were all in similar lanes, but differently. We moved a little different. We each put our own little flair on what we did. Joe's channel popped. And so we decided that we would just go in on this one, right? That was a conversation we had. We would help Joe build this channel since it was popping. But the goal for all three of us has always been finding a way to impart knowledge into the community and to be a part of community growth and community building. And I think that's where the frustration comes from. So But from there, now we're in a spot where like we're being pushed in a direction that we don't want to be pushed in. And so this conversation is not just a vent session, but it's also a conversation with y'all, the audience. And we know, like, yeah, it is a vent session because we got a vent. Also, like, with understanding the consequences of that, this could be negatively received. And then the people that are watching on some BS could not watch, and then we left with the few people that do watch. But even of the few people that do watch, how many of those people are actually out doing something? Because I think all three of us would be okay if the people that do watch are the people that go out into the community and actually do things. Well, I can say I would be okay. I don't know about Joe though. Like this.
I mean, you know, like I said earlier, right? The path I chose, and I think we've all chosen that path, right? Because I thought about it, like, damn, we all three of us are in that mental health, social work type of lane professionally. And then, you know, we do what we do. So we all chose similar paths, but we all chose similar paths because we all got the same heart, the same mind. But
Joe's comment section will eat you alive. You're not just gonna come in this comment section and talk crazy. You're not just gonna come over here and talk out of your face.
Well, I do. That's one thing I do like about my commenters is like I know last couple of shows it was some people talking some crazy stuff and they got on them. So I do like that.
Yeah, last couple of live shows.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the live audience, all right, whatever. Because I don't watch the comments. If I'm checking out the live show, I'm usually on my TV. I'm not even looking at the comments. I can't see them on my TV. But when I do, every once in a while, when y'all say the comments is crazy and I go look at them, it's usually for a video. And the comments be crazy. And people just be acting like the comments ain't crazy. And I'm not saying we got to police speech, but I'm saying, yeah, we got to police speech. That's a part of building culture. People got to know that you can say what you want, but there are consequences for you saying what you want.
You know, the same thing about that. I didn't mean to cut you off, Pat. The same thing about that is people are whining about a certain small minority community here that they believe has eternal power over society, over the media, this, that, and the other. You can't criticize that community. You want to know why? Because they're on code with protecting the community at all costs. Image matters. They have anti-defamation leagues for you. They protect their culture like they're protecting their brand. So what it really speaks to is it addresses the hypocrisy. It addresses the hypocrisy of a lot of people who talk that talk here, but don't walk that walk anywhere. And you know, I know I'm on a rant this whole thing because I started off as being optimistic. You know, we used to have these conversations, 4 or 5 hour conversations. And Pat used to be the one like, bro, I don't think it's going to work out like that. And I'd be like, no, I got to believe. I believe in the people. I kind of lost faith. I lost faith after the Independence Day didn't draw any traction. But
yo, you make me sound like such a dream killer.
Captain Negative.
but I'm saying it because everything you said came to fruition. You know, and it actually, you know, these are my younger brothers, but I still listen to my younger brothers. When it happened, I still will maintain a slight bit of hope because I see some of the young people still have some fight in them, but I've lost faith in the people to actually see this through. And I know why, and I know why people like to dance around it. And the same brother I was talking to about black people not sticking together is he wanted people to acknowledge that we were being warred on. And I said, they'll never acknowledge it. Because once they acknowledge it and say it, it becomes real. And once you make something real, you have to do something about it. So this is why we can live in a delusion of creating these fantastic analysis on why the world is a certain way. We become legends in our own minds, but it doesn't have any impact in the real world because we're just impressed with our own verbiage. We like hearing ourselves talk, or in many cases, seeing ourselves right. But you know, what impact is it having? And we don't need y'all to be taught. We don't need nobody to go present their resume to us. Just go do it. I can't even remember. I need other people to remind me of the work I do. And we're all like that because we don't keep score. We just do what's necessary.
That should be the best. That should be the basic, the bare minimum. Doing what's necessary, giving constructive help to those who need it the most. Don't quote Neely Fuller if you ain't gonna do it. Yeah, who's gonna help us? Nobody else is gonna help us. Nobody gonna do it for us. We gotta do it for ourselves. But you got to be there to support the people who are actually doing it. I had the brother Bruce Strobel on here. We were talking about environmental justice, environmental racism. He has a whole He works with summer school kids. He and a sister here, Camille Lewis, they have a whole summer school program. He has book. He just put out. He's dedicated to a platform to environmental justice. 400 views. But we keep talking about what the white man doing to us. But when we get people who can help us at least start to come up with something, we don't show up.
Yeah,
I mean, what the hell?
You talk about, and that's why I told people, man, I ain't go out and vote. Black people died for you to go out and vote. And black people die for a lot of things. But people vote every day with their wallets. Every day.
People vote every day, B.
So the same way that people are telling you, and not just you, whatever, the same way they're saying that they have to go through the fine print, go through the paperwork with a fine-tooth comb to make sure they're not being scammed, because unfortunately the scammers get whatever the fuck they want from the people. They don't question their Netflix account. They don't question their Amazon Prime account. They don't question the subscriptions they have to all the other forms of entertainment. They don't question any of those things. But they do question black people, and specifically black men, who have the best intentions for our community, who have not. I mean, Joe was shown when people provide or people assist and invest in Joe financially, it blesses the children that come to that school Saturday program, which, if y'all knew your history, used to be what they called the freedom schools for black children who wanted to become educated so they can continue to liberate their families. Many of y'all still celebrate Brown versus Board of Education like it was a big goddamn deal, because now black children had to get bussed into white schools and be terrorized in the process. But when we had our own schools, they lacked because the juke joints got more support than the actual school buildings. This whole notion, because we always want to talk about Black Wall Street, we need to rebuild Black Wall Street. Let me make one thing painfully clear to y'all. They did rebuild Black Wall Street, but integration destroyed Black Wall Street, because, as one brother told one black store owner, I'm gonna go down to the white man because his ice is a little bit colder.
PC, that ain't happened for real. You telling the fabricated part of history. That didn't happen like that. No.
Oh, of course. Oh, I know.
No. Black Wall Street was over after the bombs.
No, because it wasn't just Black Wall Street. And that's the irony about it. We like to focus on it, and it's crazy because we always like to focus on the story where it seems like we lose or take an L. You know, when you hear the stories about the fight in Black Wall Street, it wasn't a whole lot of brothers out there fighting. It was just some that had some strategically picked positions to fend off those folk until they ran out of ammo. But that's another story. We like living in fairy tales and fables and so forth. Rosewood didn't have a black no hero, put no World War I hero or Spanish American War hero pulling up. Ving Rhames didn't exist in the real when Rosewood was burned down. So when black folk had to work with each other, then black folk became productive. But as soon as black folk got the chance to venture out, they left and never came back home. And then was proud to say things like, I'm the only Negro that work in this company. I'm the only Negro who has a house in that neighborhood. And many of y'all are the same way. Y'all treat the information sessions, y'all treat specific days of the year like it's Jeopardy, or, you know, like you would have won a spelling bee, a spelling contest, because you can list off a bunch of historical figures and facts. I don't care about none of that. The people that actually did the liberating for black people, both here and abroad, were uneducated for the most part about what they had to do. The most educated of Negroes all got compromised at one point because they started to actually understand the stakes of what they were going against and chose the opposition. Look at William O'Neill. A lot of y'all are William O'Neills out there.
Well, here's the thing, right? We always trying to rebuild something we don't understand. Everybody want to rebuild Black Wall Street without understanding the inherent inequality in Black Wall Street. Everybody in Black Wall Street wasn't a multimillionaire.
They don't need to know. They don't care about that. They just know Black Wall Street.
Right. Like the bulk of the wealth and resources in Black Wall Street was concentrated in the top 20% of the families. Why would you volunteer to build that? Oh, you think you're going to be one of the top 20? But that goes back to you. Like you can lay that out for every Black people say. We constantly talk like in these spaces about how we want to get rid of democracy. You're a minority in this country. Why would you want to get rid of the one thing that gives you a voice? Capitalism. Why would you want to get rid of private ownership in a country that doesn't value you as a human? The only thing you got standing up for you is the potential that you could own something and do what you want with it. Why would you want to give that? But that, again, we go back to the lack of thought that's propagated. But it's easy to get that way because you can just regurgitate some charlatan, somebody that only halfway know what they're talking about or know what they're talking about and is an expert in one area, but is not talking in that area. They talking in an area they have no knowledge about whatsoever. Or are you talking to somebody who has openly admitted that they're a scam artist? Oh, I seen the way XYZ went out. I'm not doing that. So I determined I'm going to get whatever I can from the people. This is an actual statement made from one of the people that a lot of y'all call leader. Or you have people who are telling you, I'm not a leader, and you still following them. Why would you follow somebody that tells you I'm not a leader? That is beyond me. But then y'all say we got a leadership issue. No, we got a followership issue. And to me, that's what this conversation is. This is a conversation where we check the followers because y'all are the root holders of all of the power. It's not the leader that controls the movement. It's all of those people willing to follow that leader into a burning building and off of a cliff.
You've been telling them that.
Yeah, man, we got to determine, are we going to keep saying that or are we just going to say, you know what? Y'all want this is what y'all want to follow? Y'all are willing to give resources to this type of behavior? I bet we need resources. All right, I'm going to go throw on my do-rag. I'm going to go get some fake tattoos, some fake chains, get a fake grill.
We're going to all become Chicken George.
Yeah, we just going to cap it out, get the paper. We going to keep doing what we doing behind the scenes, but we just going to become caricatures of the Black community. And then we going to have y'all like with my own organization. I remember when we first announced that we were doing we were one of the people doing the Amazon deal back when Amazon was partnering with nonprofits. They don't even have that program no more. But back when they was doing it, right? We jumped in early. I got so many negative emails from people talking about how we were selling out because we were partnering with Amazon. At that point, Amazon had started sending us checks. Sure, and the checks was bigger than any of the checks we had ever got from anybody, any of the people. And we had spent years trying to get resources for various projects and not getting no traction. Amazon show up. Now we got all the traction, but it's all negative.
Well, Neela Fuller said, go where the resources are.
Hey, and that's what I'm saying. Don't get mad when all of the like in that breath, I can't even really be mad at Umar, although I can be mad at Umar because he raised $2 million without cooning. So there is that. But he got a consistent bag now that he is an Inafula. You know what I'm saying? So, but you can't even really be mad at him because the community endorses it. They support it. They back it up. They encourage it.
Well, that's the whole crux of this, though. It's like we keep looking at the leaders and not the followers, like you're saying. It's the people. The people have to be better. You have to be better. You have to support the things that's supposed to be supported. You have to show up for the people who need us to show up for. Stop showing up for crazy stuff and sensationalism. Stop it.
Because you know what? I'll say this and then I'll be quiet. I don't support activities or people that engage in things that I consider to be detrimental to the Black community. So there are a lot of movies that I haven't seen that everybody's like, oh, you got to see it. I ain't seen it. Why I ain't seen it? Because there's an actor in there that said or done some foolishness. I refuse to go spend money to see it. In some cases, if I think they're an active enemy, I'll do one better. I will literally find alternative means to watch the movie. Like, so I'm not just speaking out of my butt. You know what I'm saying? Like when I say I support what I support and I don't support what I don't support, I'm ironclad in that. And I'm not expecting everybody to be ironclad in that. But if as a community, y'all could get to where y'all are like 60%, we would be doing a whole lot better. My man Joe was mad every single day a few years ago because y'all had a football strike. That man loved his goddamn football, and he stopped watching football.
Yo, I still, to this day, remember that 4-hour conversation me and Joe had. Because he was freaking steamed about, man, I just want to watch some football. And the Cowboys were supposed to be good that year. I remember that conversation like it was yesterday. I had to talk him off the cliff.
But he was on code.
They left me out there by myself.
He was on code.
It was the year the Eagles won the Super Bowl. I didn't watch a single game. I was outside actually working with children. We created a play day in one of the most dangerous parks in Philadelphia, Carroll Park, right at 48th and Girard. We were out there every Sunday.
Definitely by my damn self.
To 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
We were out there working with. We were walking past houses when you can tell if the Eagles scored or if they fumbled the ball because of how loud the people inside the houses were. But we were out there with their children.
And they were on code. And that's the point. I'm going to be honest. I stopped watching football when Tim Tebow graduated from college. That was when I stopped watching NFL football, and then it trickled down into college. I stopped watching. Tim Tebow ended football for me. When I saw all of the ways they was going out of their way to make him be a successful quarterback, I was done with it. But I say all that to say, again, like we kicking this horse in the face, we stomping it in the mud.